How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlet, and welcome to another top 5 countdown video. Today, guys, we're going to be counting down the top 5 upcoming fan games of 2018. Now, please keep in mind as we're watching this video, these are games that are essentially speculated that they will be coming out this year, which means that if they do end up getting released, they will only be for PC. So, no iPhone, no Android, none of that stuff. These are not emulators, these are not ROM hacks, these are fan games that we're talking about today. And none of these are out yet. There are no demos, no gameplay to be actually experienced yet. There is footage, of course, there is images, there is like videos that have been created by the developers themselves. And of course, I'll be showing a lot of that in this video itself. So please keep this in mind. These games are still in development, and they could have a demo this year, or they could not have a demo for another 2 years, who knows. But it's still, at the end of the day, we're speculating and we're hoping they're going to be out this year, at least a demo for each one of these. So let's get started with number 5. So at the 5th spot, we have ourselves Pokemon Defiance, and the Pokemon Defiance is a very cool looking game that I'm very excited for. Now, one of the main features of this game is that it actually will have 3 different story campaigns, and they're all really unique because they all follow different sort of ideological sort of stances. Now, one of them is called The Path to Fate, The Path to Hope, and The Path to Knowledge. These are 3 different campaigns you'll be able to play through, and all of them have different sort of story beats, different things that are special and unique to them, and they kind of are very different to how each one of them works. One of them may be a bit more to the normal style that you play Pokemon. One of them may be a bit more on like the kind of evil-ish side. You never know, really. It's kind of the whole point of this game. Now, the game also features very many unique characters. And when I mean that, like, when I say that, I really mean it, because they plan on having a lot of them, like having a world filled with, like, just a bunch of, like, quests from different sort of characters with, like, unique character sprites and such, which is what I love. I love when people make their own custom stuff. It's fantastic. It also has Mega Evolutions, also custom Mega Evolutions, which I freaking love so much. I'm a huge fan of custom stuff like that, and custom Mega Evolutions are fantastic. They also have Delta Species Pokemon, which you guys may know from other things like Pokemon Insurgents, which is fantastic as well. And of course, a bunch of other features like multiple save files, 8 playable character models, and of course, a large and detailed world. They have stuff like, essentially like easy, normal, and hard mode, Pokemon following you, and Pokemon followers-ish stuff like that. I don't really know how to explain it, but either way, they have a lot of things here. They have the Pokemon World Tournament, Link Stones, change to older Pokemon, Unreal Time System, player outfits that you can switch around, I guess, and customized shiny Pokemon, which they've made themselves. Overall, Pokemon Defiance is looking to be an insane game, and we still do not know when we'll be seeing a release date, or if we're going to be seeing any sort of demo anytime soon. But I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for something soon, but we'll see how it goes. Either way, let's go to the next one on the list. Now, coming up next on the list is going to be Pokemon Comet. Now, this is a game that I'm personally very excited for. I freaking love the amount of time they've spent on kind of developing this game and making it look fantastic. Now, let's start up with the first thing. They have really made a cool looking logo. Now, I know this is really maybe not a smart thing to start off with, but I love their logo that they made, Pokemon Comet. It looks badass and really cool, and actually really similar to something like a real logo that you would see for a Pokemon, like actual official game. They of course also made their own custom heroes and characters and such, which look fantastic. The male and the female character look both like badass, and the female character looks very cute and really like, just kind of nice looking, and the male character looks like he's badass and ready to just roll, and both of them look like they're just capable of trainers. The starter Pokemon are also really weird because you essentially have the option of 3 Pokemon, which are Charmander, Chikorita, and Oshawott. Really weird of a combination, but I guess they will have something to do with the character, and apparently there will be various small quests and errands introducing the player into the concept of being a Pokemon trainer, as per usual, kind of comes along with most Pokemon games, and I guess these different Pokemon will have different aspects to them as when you play. Of course, a brand new region with a brand new challenge to, be experienced, and they do have the, of course, beautiful Gen 4 graphics, which I am the biggest fan of. If you haven't watched the channel before, you may not know, but I am the biggest fan of these graphics. They look fantastic. They are my favorite. I think that Soul Silver, Heart Gold, and like Gen 4 and, you know, Platinum, Emerald, like, not, sorry, Emerald, but Platinum, Diamond, and Pearl are definitely some of the best looking Pokemon games and my favorite ones in my opinion, personally. But overall, if we look at these images though, we get to see that we have a lot of cool stuff coming for us as soon as this game is out. I am very excited to see where this is going to be going and how well they will be able to develop the rest of the game, because so far, what I'm really excited about is the fact that they've spent so much time making this introduction, which is perfect. It's one of the coolest introductions I've ever seen in Relic Castle, and also, they seem to have spent a lot of time on making custom sprites, custom world tiles, and that sort of stuff, so I'm really excited to see where this game is going to go. We still do not have, like, really much information on it, but hopefully, sooner or later, we'll have more info, and we'll see where this goes, but that's going to be that one, lads. Let's go to the next one on the list. So coming up next is going to be Pokemon Titan. Now, Pokemon Titan is already pretty much out there. The game already has sort of a playable demo to be played, so that's like the only game on this list that actually has a playable demo. Though the original demo that I played was supposedly supposed to have up to 16 gyms in its demo, but that was apparently not correct. I think something was not really right. I can't exactly remember, but as far as I remember, the main developer is making the game in Spanish, but there is somebody translating it to English, so the game is being translated as far as I can see, and it seems like the main demo that is currently out for the Spanish people seems to have about 16 gyms, something like that. I could be wrong, but I'm not really sure. Now, keep that in mind as you are listening to what I'm going to say, because this game is fantastic. First of all, it also rolls with the Gen 4 style graphics. It is beautiful looking. This game looks bloody fantastic. It is just phenomenal. I played through some parts of the demo. I loved it. It was one of my favorite experiences because it looks so beautiful, man. Like, this game is genuinely just fantastic. And of course, the game also features several other things. For example, it has Generation 7 Pokemon, which is awesome. It also has no Fakemon in it, apparently, which is pretty cool for those people who do not like that, because I know there are a lot of people out there who don't like Fakemon, but if you're looking for that sort of stuff, then this is the game for you. This is the clean sort of game for you without any Fakemon in it, so there you go. Multiple save files, which is really nice. That's something that I love about fan games when they do have that option. Graphically, the game is going to be essentially going with, like I said, the Gen 4 graphics. It has close to all the Pokemon, I think, except the Ultra Beasts. They are not included. They also have a speed up button and also several other things included. But like I said, though, the game is looking fantastic. I've played parts of it, and you can probably play it yourself as well. Especially if you know Spanish, you'll have an easier time. You'll be able to actually play through the game. So, you know, go right ahead and try it out. Honestly, it feels like it's worthwhile. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like it's worthwhile, man. Of course, also the game has following Pokemon, which is fantastic because that's just a feature that I love to see in all of the fan games I play. It is bloody fantastic. I love it. So that is in the game. So keep that in mind. And actually, there's one more thing I should mention. The game, like I mentioned, doesn't have any Fakemon in it except for the starter Pokemon. Apparently, the only Fakemon in the game are the starters, but the starters look pretty cool. My favorite one has to be Grass type. So those are the only things in the game which you will have that are not something, you know, that is like official. But of course, I think there is a way for you to also choose later in the game if you want to like switch between what stars you want to have and if you want to have like maybe some of the official ones as well. So hey, it's a pretty cool, you know, cool looking option, and it's a pretty cool looking game, to be honest. So definitely check out Pokemon Titan. Of course, all these will be linked down below to their main pages where you guys can check out like the development and such. So yeah, go there if you want to do that. But either way, let's go to the next one, lads. And coming in next is a game that I am so excited for because it's one of my favorite upcoming games, and I'm not sure what the development is right now because I haven't been able to keep up lately, but Pokemon Millennium is a game that has been developed for quite a long time. It's been developed by a few people that I do know, fantastic people, and they've been working on it, and I'm really excited to see where this game is going to go because I haven't really seen the progress lately, but I know that this game has such a cool looking UI. Of course, the UI has been updated since I last looked at it. There has been changes to it, so I'm not sure how it looks exactly now, though I know there have been changes to it. The game also features, of course, tons of Fakemon in this one. Pokemon Millennium is a game that is going to be fantastic in terms of that sort of stuff, because I've seen some of the Fakemon they've created, and they are bloody amazing. I freaking love them. So, that part of things, beautiful. And also in terms of how this game is going to be in terms of like the battle system, well, they seem to be going with the elite battle system, but they've kind of remade it and they have their own custom one as far as I remember. I could be wrong, but let's look past that and just focus on the fact that this game, again, Gen 4 graphics, boys. I love Gen 4 graphics, and this game does the same thing with beautiful mapping, using beautiful tile sets that always work in my opinion, and of course making it all just mesh well together. And with this unique custom UI that they have in GUI and HUD and such, it looks bloody fantastic. I love it. I think it is just incredible what these guys have managed to create and just, you know, innovate here. And the game is supposed to also include wonder trading. It's supposed to have a random mode, which essentially is randomizing the game. The Pokemon in the game will go all the way up to Gen 5 and maybe even Gen 6 and 7 if they have the time to do it, which will be pretty cool if they do. They also do have Nuzlocke modes included. They have critical capture for capturing Pokemon. Of course, the new UI, online support, and you get to do so many more things. It is a grand adventure, and Pokemon Millennium looks to be pretty cool. They've also spent a lot of time on making their protagonists look really nice and unique and just generally badass in my opinion. I actually really love the way they made it, like the male character. He kind of like that shirt he has is really cool because it's orange and it kind of reminds me of actually a shirt, or not a shirt but rather a jacket that I have myself. It's bloody cool though. Either way, my point is, check out this game if you have the time, give him some love, and of course, you know, keep your eyes out for when the game actually gets a demo. Either way, let's go to the #1 spot. So coming in at the #1 spot is of course going to be Pokemon Phoenix Rising, the game that was supposed to have a demo last year, but apparently they had to delay it due to time constraints, which is understandable as it takes time to get these things sorted and done. Now, the game is slated to supposedly have a demo sometime early this year. We will see when that is and if it does end up happening, because they could end up delaying it again, which is reasonable if they do need more time to work on it, because at the end of the time, guys, at the end of the day, sorry, you have to realize that these guys, like, this is not their job, this is just a side thing that they're doing. They don't really make any money off of the stuff they do, you know what I mean, like, they don't have all the time in the world like some of us, you know, just sit around and just, you know, work on these things. They do it on their sideline as a job. But let's not talk about that, let's talk about the actual game, and bloody hell, this is fantastic. Now, first of all, they have such a fantastic UI for all their things. Like, their battle UI is fantastic. They have a quest system, which is an actual properly made quest system that bloody looks insane. They have the best tile set I've ever seen. Like, I've not seen anybody have such a cool tile set. They have the best battle backgrounds I've ever seen. They have some of the coolest shit you will ever see in a Pokemon fan game. They've been spending so much time making it. These guys are the most talented people I've ever seen. This, like, a group of just talented, amazing people have been working on Phoenix Rising. The game is bloody amazing. It also features a lot of custom Mega Evolutions and also custom relic forms, which is something they create themselves, which is a really cool and interesting, like, you know, little thing they added. They also have a Let's Play mode, which essentially lets you, like, have a grand overview of what you're doing in the, like, your, you know, your team and your current quests and your route, your last used items, register items, options, etc. You know, stuff like that. You have basically all of it in there, which is really cool. Such a unique thing to do because I've never seen it anywhere before. You have character customization, skill trees, a Pokestrap, which is essentially a little key item that you get during your adventure, like, you know, like a deck snap or something like that. You have multiple save files, of course, quest system, which is bloody needed, you know what I mean, in a game like this, which is just so grand scale, and, you know, a quest system in it just makes it so much more badass. Choice determined gameplay, which is also in tune with the quest system, like I said, because that was the first point I was going to make. The choice determined gameplay, which is essentially that everything branches out, so you choose what you want to do in this game. It is a, you know, side questy game where you get to do different things, not just one thing, and it's not really, you know, in a straight line. It's branching out in different corners. Overall, this game is fantastic. It has probably, and once it is released, I'm gonna be honest here, it's probably gonna be the best Pokemon fan game we've ever had, like, hands down. It is just gonna be that, because it's gonna beat the water out of everything else we've ever seen, as to the fact that it's had so much time and so much, like, love and passion put into it, and it's just been so long since I first saw the first information about this game, and even till this day I'm still waiting to see that demo, and we're all waiting, and we're just really excited. And, you know what I mean, we'll let the guys who are making it take their time, because at the end of the day they need the time to make this game better and better, and, you know, take their time to actually create it, because if you rush them, they will essentially, you know, not be able to get to that point without feeling rushed. So let's just give them the time, and let's just wait until the game is fully out. I'm excited to see where this game is gonna go and how it's gonna be once it's out. But Pokemon Phoenix Rising is bloody fantastic. It's gonna be awesome. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are excited for any of these games, let me know in the comment section down below. I will see you all in the next video, guys. Have a great day, and bye-bye.